Hello, my name is Zhatelier and welcome back for another episode of Shadow Empire. In previous episode we managed to get our power production up again, so that's good. So we don't need to worry about that for a while, I reckon. Actually, let's have a look. How much are we using the power right now in here? Right, we are producing 570 extra powers. That will be enough for a while. Also, we found a massive amount of oil or fuel in various places. We did do the troop movement already in the last episode, so we can probably just pretty much start heading into the next episode already. Although, I do wonder... That one seems a fairly small unit, so I'm gonna just destroy that real quick. I think the machine gunners will probably be just fine. There we go. We got a kill there as well. But there we go. That can now move down this way, a little bit better supplies, and we can maybe try blocking this area entirely. We might need to bring in a bit more troops soon enough as well. Up north, but we'll see how it goes, but let's just get to the next round, shall we? Alright, a lot of movement in the south. We did also... Oh, we just saw 1,000 salamanders in there, alright. That's pretty decent. Oh, but we did also lose a lot of troops in the north. We'll have a look at the total... Oh, and... Oh, there we go. The pocketed one we destroyed quite well. Destroyed a decent bit of troops there, let's just say. But let's have a look at the actual battles once we get through... Oh, more fuel deposits discovered. Alright then. And also, we need more private... Oh, actually, what other private stuff do we have? Especially the... Commercial areas level 2. Do we have any more of those cards, by chance? No, I don't think we do. Not directly, anyway. Well, that's a bit of a problem. But let's have a look at the battles. So over here we lost 100 line troop, or basic infantry, basically. But we did destroy 1,000 salamanders, so that's not too shabby, honestly. Then over here we lost a little bit of infantry, but we stood firm, so we didn't lose ground at least. And then over here we managed to destroy another 300 of the enemy troops there, which I think we destroyed most of that army already. So we might be able to just get rid of them now, if we just combine these troops. So we've got pretty decent attack values in here. I think we'll probably win this combat. They're getting a bit of hits on us though, but we're getting some hits on them. There we go, they surrendered. We didn't kill any, but we didn't also lose anything, so I guess it's good enough. We can move these around a little bit. Maybe we do still have a decent bit of ammo, so let's try to give... Oh, actually, let's have a look at the decisions real quick. Enforcement profile reaches at least 56. What are we right now? We're at 49. We'd have about 15 rounds to do that. Wait, no. That would be... Yeah, no, about 15 rounds. I suppose we could probably get that one. Let's see. Yeah, no, we're not going to change that one. And they want to buy some more industrial points. We've got 256. We're currently building a few things still. Some in Somebody and then some in Spike. And I don't think we are going to get necessarily two. I mean, we do need some. It's only 76 points, so you know what? Sure, we can do that. University is still underway. Oh, one of the things that I have then... looked into a little bit to sort of explain something that I was saying in an earlier episode about the bonus points for like political and research and all that. So it's basically the square root of the bonus points that you have is going to be added for all the research, for example, as a bonus percentage on top of everything else. So, you know, it's pretty decent to have, and the university, I believe it gives like 100. Was it 100? No, it's 10 research bonus points. Okay, so it's not really all that much increase there, but it's still something. Right, let's have a look at the artillery bombardment in here. These targets should be fairly squishy. Oh, well, there's one kill already, so that's not too shabby. 2 kills, 3 kills, 4 kills, 5, 6. Okay, that's a pretty decent thing of the herd. We've got a decent bit of money. What are we researching right now? Hospital is 46%. Siege Infantry Army is 55%. We haven't started researching any of the military stuff. Didn't we get the... I'm pretty sure we did actually get the side skirts discovered at least. We did, so we could start researching that, I suppose. Let's go ahead and talk with the military research leader. So we'll start researching side skirts. We'll get a little bit more armor on our tanks, for example. Speaking of tanks, did we already discover the... No, we have not discovered the medium tank yet. Currently making a mechanized artillery design. And then we've got ultralight aircraft that we could design. Right now, I think ultralight aircraft is basically just for scouting. Depends, of course, on the tech, but like early stuff, the ultralight stuff is just, it doesn't have the capacity for all that large stuff. And thus, it won't be able to realistically speaking carry any weapons. You can get a decent range on it, but like the weapons part is going to be a bit problematic, let's just say. Let's start advancing a little bit down here. And do we have, well, I suppose we got this one. They should have at least a few artillery pieces in there. Maybe we can deal a few blows there. Well, at least we got a hit there. I don't know if we'll kill any, because the irregular artillery is kind of rubbish, all things considered. But it does support. Ah, right, we do need a bit of replacement troops, do we not? We've got 100 infantry, 100 machine guns already. Don't know what exactly we have in there, but I suppose that's gonna be fine for the time being. And the enemy over here is trying to kind of encircle us, so we'll just shuffle around a little bit. That'll probably be good enough. I think we may need to start moving a little bit more down this way, some of the units. Maybe something like this one could move here, just to make sure that we control this area. So we do have 180 industrial points still. We need to have about 80 for the university to be completed, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere around there, 79 technically speaking, but that's close enough. Are we building... Right, we've got the truck station built in the city, so that's going to allow all the logistics to flow through slightly better, and... Ah, right, the private sector built a farm there. Well, I mean, that's good. That provides a little bit of food, at least. But that is at least underway now. We do have a decent bit of colonists, to be fair. How is the population in here? We might need a bit more workers, but it's not too bad. And the regular population, so... We could probably just send the colonists in here for the time being as population. Probably a little bit of boost on the total population in there. That's probably not a bad idea. We do have a decent bit of recruits, which is quite nice. But let's just head to the next... Oh, actually, do we have artillery in here? We do, so we could maybe... Oh, wait, oh. We could probably just do a regular attack on these, to be fair. These aren't really that scary.
Mission completed.
Well, we pushed it back. I guess we'll get you there, and this one can then join here. We can try sort of blocking this path. Maybe we can hold on to the shrine. There is some lizard snakes over there. And then I'm pretty sure there's going to be more stuff over here, which we've already moved the troops there. We've done the artillery strike, so I guess we'll head to the next round then. I think there's probably going to be a decent bit of fighting down here for a while. There's a large numbers of enemies, and they're not necessarily that great of enemies in terms of quality, but there's just so many of them. And it's going to take a while to break through all of that. And in the north, well, I suppose I could have moved some more troops in the north. Now that I think of it. Well, we can do that next round. It's not the end of the world. Don't think there was any combats in there, was there? Well, we didn't lose anything, so that's kind of pointing that there wasn't any. Right, so that should at least be able to start providing some of the resources in here. We might want to put in a trucks or supply depot in here somewhere as well, because there's probably going to be... I think it might be best in Rockwell, actually, because there's going to be a road going down this way, most likely, and there's probably going to be a road going up north as well. But let's have a look at the surroundings here real quick with the troops. Because, oh, right, there's an enemy over there. Clear out some of that. We do have pretty bad supplies in here, so we might also... I suppose if we do put the supply base in the Oasis, we could build a road through here, so that provides some supplies here, and then that's going to provide stuff elsewhere. So that would at least allow the supplies to go through a bit further. So I'll ask you to participate. More commerce is always nice. Although, how is our fist? Oh, it's only 30. More production could be quite useful, actually. Right, national budget. I don't think we need to do any changes here, so we'll just go with no changes. Economic council tasks. I think over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move a little bit more of the prospecting into the Maritime Trade House liaison, because, well, truth be told, I actually did record this and the next 3 episodes once already, but then I unfortunately forgot to put on the autosave, and the game crashed, so all of that progress was lost. But, like, if we want to do a landing into the island in the bay, we're going to have to rely on the Maritime Trade House quite a bit. Interior Council, we can probably keep it that as is, and the CEO has an emergency. Ah, right, well, I suppose we can help the corporation a little bit. There's no danger. Well, there's a... Yeah, no danger increasing in there. Some of the leaders may not have agreed on that one. Or agree with that one too much. Okay, hospital is already 63%. Siege army is at 63%. Side skirts is already 4%, so it's at least coming along relatively well. Mechanized artillery design at 44%, and the turboprop engine is going to take a while. We don't have that much points in that research in particular. We've got 440 industrial points to spare though. I suppose, ooh, actually, I remember now. One of the things that we have yet to do is upgrade the... Wait, no, we have upgraded the bureaucrat offices to level 2 already in here. We don't have bureaucrat offices in the other town though, so I suppose that's one of the things that we could quite easily do. We don't have university in there either, but we'll start with the bureaucrat offices. Just getting the bureaucratic points going is always going to be useful. We've got plenty of metal. I suppose another thing that we need to do is start increasing... Well, I suppose we could... I'm going to start building the truck station, supply base in here. And then we'll also build a little bit of road going across the river there, and maybe across the river here. And then, of course, we've got this area over here that we haven't really looked into too much. It's going to be a bit of low supplies there. Don't know how bad these enemies are, but I suspect that the Walker can probably deal with them fairly well. Oh, yeah, it's dealing quite a bit of damage. We pushed them out back, and we only killed 2 of them, admittedly. We can send in the militia to help. I suppose the militia could actually do a bit of a range attack on them now. I don't know how strong they are in terms of that sort of defense, but at least we're getting a few hits there. No kills, but 6 hits. I guess it's not the worst. We could also have a look at the stratagems real quick. So the headquarters, did we have anything on this headquarters? No, not yet. Let's have a look. So we've got the defense. I suppose we could just do that one. And then leaders, there's... Well, there's bonuses and Medal of Merit. Actually, let's have a look at this. Is there anyone that has a bit low relations? The secretary? I suppose we could give you the medal. There's 25 points better relations there, at least. So we've got 1 transport contract. We're going to need probably more than 1 if we want to take over. Although, I suppose if we were to... Well, I suppose we know that there's at least the Battle Springs down here. That's probably going to be the place that we'll have to do the landing into. Another thing that we could maybe do now, but not necessarily going to start at this round, but we'll probably, since in this zone we don't have our own port other than our own Ruby. So if we were to get a proper port over here, because there's one in Spike, is not all that massive capacity. And well, I mean, it's 600 port points. But if we want to get the transport between the island and the mainland here, we'll probably want to make it as short as possible. I mean, technically speaking, if we had a port over here, that'd be even better. But we haven't gotten that far yet, so that's kind of delaying us a little bit on that regard. Is that still the... Oh, that is the streamer still. Oh, and that one hasn't gotten the reinforcements. Oh, I think the replacement troops that we have here might be the militias. So let's go ahead and get a little bit line troops. And a little bit of machine guns. That takes a little bit of the recruits, but that's fine. And then I think if we just use these 2, they should be able to clear out the enemy quite easily. Oh, well, there we go, we killed it. Well, that was easy. But now this one can move in here, and we're going to have one kind of on the mountains here, keeping or patrolling down here somewhere. And then we're going to start pushing this front line a bit further south. Slowly, at least, not necessarily very, very quickly, mind you. Let's drop a few artillery rounds. There's a lot of salamanders in here, as far as we can tell. These are these are the salamanders. Hey, we got a kill. There we go. Could maybe check if there's... Okay, there must be something in here that just moved in. Alright then. But yeah, let's just get to the next round, shall we? Keep the time... Oh, did we do the artillery bomb? I think we did, actually. Or maybe we did not. Oh well. We'll have a look at the Western Front next round again. Oh, there was a bit of combat there and a bit of combat here. Another combat... Oh, we lost some trucks there. We got pushed back. Right, so we got 800 infantry, lost 300 infantry, 20... Oh, bollocks, we lost the guns there and the motorized, or some of the motorized. Tech level risen to 4, okay. That's quite nice. Let's have a look at the stuff here. So, Military Research Council. I think I'm going to increase the discovery a tiny bit. Just so that we can get more options in there. Maritime Trade House offering to buy IP in somebody. How much are they? 120? It's only 120 credits though, so I'm going to say no, we need that. We'll get some enforcement, which is some of the things that we needed to increase anyway. Right, so let's have a look at the battles. I believe we had one battle over here where we killed the 400 Dreamers, apparently. Even more Dreamers. Over here we... Oh yeah, that was one of the ones that we lost a lot. We did kill 200 of the enemies, but that's clearly not enough. And then the attack again, where we lost a lot of the trucks now, and a bit of infantry again. We did, you know, kill at least 200 of them. But that's about it. Okay, let's start with the northern areas here. We did at least get the supplies a bit further, so we can move about slightly better. Okay, there's an enemy over there. I suppose, I don't know how strong the enemies are in here. We can get at least a bit of extra troops there. Oh, and the militia could actually just stay at the oasis for the time being. I don't... How long has that been there? Or in here? Or is that a fresh one? It might have actually been a fresh unit. Ah, right, so there's no enemies in here. Let's just go ahead and move in a little bit. Okay, now we can see the enemy, so we can do a artillery strike. We might need to build a bit more ammunition, admittedly. Oh, there we go. That's a kill. 2 kills. So we at least... Oh, 3 already. So we're dealing with pretty good damage. 4 kills. And slowly pushing the enemy back. The problem is that if we try to do sort of close quarters combat with them, they got the energy weapons, and those can be quite nasty. I suppose one of the things that I could do is start building a bit of road through here. Well, let's just get a tiny bit of it. I'm not going to build all the way, but like if we get up to there, for example, that's 120 industrial points, but that will give us a bit more supplies in this region, which we definitely do need. Then let's have a look at the southern front here. So let's capture that. And probably hold on to this area for now, or this front line there. We did kind of lose control of this area because of these got pushed back. But I guess we might be able to hold them back to some degree. Not literally fully. Oh, they're trying to push through there. Okay, well, let's just pull back a little bit with these two to make sure that they can't just move through that area. I'm sure that the motorcycles or the bikers can at least deal some damage. How are the artillery in terms of research, by the way? Or experience, not research. 2 seasoned and 3 regulars. Not the sub-units, so that's not too shabby, actually. We could also do a bit more cover ops. Let's send some spies, for example, to our rivals. Would that... That might work. Okay, we failed on that one, but we escaped. Let's try sending again somewhere else. Maybe this one? Oh, we got a spy there already. Okay. Oh, do we have one in... We do have some in there. Okay. And then there's another minor nation over there. We could probably send there so we get a lot of intel. And then we can send a few more spies. That's a minor. That's a minor. That's another minor. I suppose we'll send one there, so we'll get a bit more intel on the continent itself. Send another one into the ancient caves. And we could try sending one into our neighbor here. I mean, oh, we've failed by 1 there. Okay, well, that's a bit unfortunate. And the nation, we could also do... Actually, no, there's none of the things that I could really do, or need to really do. In the zones, there's a lot of other things, though. Although, none of them are actually that great. I mean, the popular rally might be a good idea. Let's put 1 in Spike. Population loyalty goes up and all that, and then we'll do 1 in somebody. So the happiness goes up as well, so that's quite a nice thing to do. We've got quite a bit of Syndic Priest that we haven't assigned recently, but that's probably fine. It's not the end of the world. I mean, it does give bonuses, admittedly, but... Actually, what I suppose I could do is I could try to assign them in here if we don't have them yet. For example, this one doesn't have a Syndic Priest yet. This one doesn't have one. This one does have. That one does have. That one didn't have, so let's give that a Syndic Priest. This one's in the mountains, so we might want to... No, I'm going to bring this one instead in here, so that can rest a little bit. We'll still have this gap sort of filled. We have 1 in the mountains here. Let's. Okay, so there's enemies somewhere in here. To be sure. I think... Did we do all the construction work that we set out to do already? In Spike, we're not actually building anything. Over here in Somebody, we're building quite a bit of things, though. But I suppose in Spike, we can start building the harbor in here now. I think that is going to be a smart idea. So, we'll build the port. I suppose another thing that I could build, I don't necessarily have enough industrial points for that yet, but we'll start building a bit of an airbase in our capital. So we can eventually start... Well, I mean, we don't have any plane designs yet, but once we do want to have a bit of airfields that we can sort of base them into. And that will... Technically speaking, if we were to get a small transport plane, it might... Well, They would probably have to do the air bridge, but there is a possibility to do an air bridge for supplies. So that could be a possibility, especially to supply the island in here. But we'll see how it goes. Because we don't necessarily have the... Or we don't necessarily own any of the ships directly. So I don't think we can just set up a permanent connection in here. We need to hire the maritime trade house to do it. But the air bridge is something that we could probably do. It will require a little bit of planes, I suppose, but that could be a possibility. And over here we did the bombardment already. We did move these and these. I'm going to move this one to the slightly better supply areas there. That one's probably going to hold. We could maybe move this one slightly closer. In there, and then I suppose I'm going to take one of these. Start sending it down south. So, well, we'll send this one to the future harbor area there, and this one can get back to Spike, so we'll at least have a bit of troops there defending. And let's go ahead and get a bit more ammunition before I forget. 300 will last us for a little while. Not many rounds, but like, I don't know, 3 rounds maybe. Depending on how much we use the artillery. Okay, we won a battle in the north. Another battle in the north, on the other side of the front line. Ah, metal soil filtration has been discovered, okay. And medium tank has been discovered. Oh, I can sell a share. Well, I'm not necessarily going to do that one. Oh dear, Zora Deep made a very well executed naval attack in Zhate. 3 ships engaged 3 enemy ships, lost 3 friendly ships while sinking 3 enemy ships. And they took the... Oh, hold on a minute. There's this one now. Oh, this is different. Okay. So I guess we lost the shares that we had, I reckon. Let's have a look. Yeah, no, Zhate doesn't exist anymore. Well, no, I mean, they kind of do. But yeah. We own 1 share in there, they don't have anything. I suppose what we could do is we could try open up some communication with the new one here. So contact Maritime Trade House, Zoria Deep. Like, it's a fairly strong trade house in there, so that could be handy. Incident concerning safety regulations. There's been a hell hazard with a leaking installation. There were no casualties, but I got the blame because I told the populace earlier this installation did not need to be repaired. I might actually have said that safety regulations are for whims. The populace of Spike is angry, and there might well be some unrest. We've got pretty good relations with you, so we can just reverse your decision. It's going to be a little bit unrest, but it's not too bad. Model design... I'm going to keep it as is.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
And... Oh, right. Lima Main is offering to buy 119 industrial points. How much do we have? Ah, that would leave us with 100. I'm going to say no, so we can increase the enforcement a bit further. I mean, how far are we on that one? We're 51, so we need 3 more, I believe, for the mission. Alright, we got the better supplies in here now, so let's go ahead and drop a few rounds of artillery over here again. Let's see how much we can deal damage in there. There's a lot of hits, that's for sure, and we've got a double kill there. Unfortunately, it was only those 2 kills that we got at the start of the battle. So we've got 4 seasoned and 1 regular sets of artillery here, so that's good. Let's also go ahead and start clearing out some of this area now. The scout car will send out there a little bit to do some, well, scouting. Could maybe move that there. There might be something over there in the hills. So we'll keep at least a little bit troops behind. Let's have a look at quick glance at the battle. So we had one over here, they attacked our infantry, but no losses on either side. Over here they attacked our infantry. Oh no, it was the scout vehicles that they attacked, and they took 100 casualties there. But beyond that, no other battles were had. Which I suppose is good enough. How is that? Those are actually fairly weak. I do wonder if we were to attack with the infantry as well, how much damage could we deal to them? Okay, we're taking a bit of hits there. Also dealing a decent bit of hits. Hey! There we go. I suppose this one can't move up to there right now, but that's fine. Let's have a look at the northern areas in here. So there's a little bit exploration at least there. There might actually be someone in here. We'll try to clear that, but I suppose what I could do is I could have the Walker attack once again. Clear out a little bit of the enemies, and then we'll just move or help with the infantry. So we push them out. That's good. Let's move this to the Dream Bar already, and this could move along the coast there, so we control a decent bit of that. How much are we doing construction work right now? I think we... Okay, in Spike we're building the... Oh, we built the airbase already. We're building the port. That's going to take another round. That's going to be another 100 industrial points. And over here we've constructed the supply base and bureaucratic office. So at least in somebody... I suspect that there might be at least a little bit of demand for new workers. Oh, yes, there is. Well, let's also use the colonists that we have as workers to assist in the hiring process. So that'll be good. So the northern front has been checked. Move the western front already for the most part. I mean, at some point we do need to start attacking these troops again here, but what we'll do is we'll do 1 or 2 more rounds of artillery bombardment there, and then that should be good enough. Over here we're holding... I suppose we've got these in a bit of bad shape. I suppose we could send these over here to help closing off the front line there, so that these absorption lung frogs don't get all the way through at least. And pull back that a little bit for better supplies. Not much better supplies, mind you, but a little bit. I'm just going to capture a bit of that and then fall back. Take a quick look at the research, how we're doing on all of that. So the hospital is going to be done next round. Siege infantry army is almost done. So we might want to get at least one of those. And I think I might send that to the northern front. It's only going to be like 1 artillery per unit. But you know, it's... Or 10 guns per unit, I suppose. But it's still better than nothing. At least a bit of artillery bombardment to weaken some of the enemies. And it can also be good in while attacking directly. And the mechanized artillery is 82%, so that's going to be something that we'll probably want to hire as well. But let's get to the next round, shall we? Okay, there's a lot of movement, that's for sure. There's a one combat... Oh, we lost 100 infantry there. I should probably have a look at the replacement troops. How much do we need? We lost 100 infantry, killed 400, so it's not too shabby. Ah, there we go, and the Maritime Trade House representative is here. And we complete the research hospital. Right, well, let's have a look at the battles real quick. So we had one over here where we'll... Oh, right, so that was basically the only one, I think. Yeah, that was the only battle. Well, we held our ground at least, so it's mostly fine. I suppose we might want to build a bit of road through here. At least up to there. Then we might want to put in another supply depot in there. Or supply base, as they're called. I'll be probably referencing it as a supply depot quite often. Right, and the enemies move back. But I do believe we are actually out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like or subscribe if you haven't already. Also, check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye.